Times create the person. It's not the other way around. I would tell you an Indian story which would probably help you to understand it. Once upon a time in India, there was a kingdom and there was a king. And the king had a nasty dream where he found himself running up and down to his throne, being chased by a wolf. So he called in his ministers and said, please find out the meaning of this dream. And he said, you must get back to me in the next few days. So the minister said, it's beyond us. We'll tell the whole kingdom. So they went about inquiring if there's anybody who could interpret this dream. Then there was a lazy man sitting under a tree. So he heard this and he began to think within himself, oh, if only I knew what this dream meant, I could go and inform the king, and the king would reward me with a great deal of gold. As he was thinking, a bird from up the tree asked him, what is it that you are thinking? Then he explained this problem. And the bird said, go and tell the king that his ministers are plotting against him and that he better be careful. So the news was passed on to the king. The king took immediate steps and was very grateful to the interpretation of the dream and called in the man and greatly rewarded him. Now, before that happened, he had promised the bird that whatever the king gives, he would give the bird 50% of the wealth, and he would have 50% to himself. But as he was coming back from the king and was passing by the tree, he pretended not to look at the bird and walked away with all the gold. So a few months later, the king had another dream where he found a dagger coming up and down his throat. So this time the king said, go get that guy, I want to know what this dream means. So they found this fellow, but then he had no face to show before the bird. So he went and told the bird, I'm so sorry I behaved that way. This time I would give you all the gold. I don't want anything. The bird said, okay. Tell the king that the neighboring king is getting ready for war and ask him to be prepared. So he went back and told the king. The king was mighty impressed and they found it was true. They took necessary steps and gave him a huge amount of gold. So this time as he was coming, as he approached the tree, he took a sharp rock and threw at the bird. Because he was to give 100%. The bird, of course, flew away. Then he went back. A few years rolled by. The king had another dream. This time he found a lamb licking at his feet. And he said, go get the guy now. So they again caught him. And the poor fellow went to the bird and begged the bird and said, this time is definite, I'm going to give you all that I get. Please forgive me all those things. The bird said, okay, tell him that there's going to be peace and prosperity in his kingdom, that everything is going to be very wonderful. So he went and told, and the king said, yes, it is indeed true. Everything is very nice. There's peace, prosperity, everybody is happy, everybody is well behaved, and gave him a lot of gold. So this time he came and gave all the gold to the bird. And the bird laughed and said, who wants this gold? What would I have any use for this gold? The first time you behaved that way because people were cunning in those times. The times were such, the energies were such that people were cunning, and therefore you were cunning. The second time when you misbehaved, the times were such, the energies were such that people were cruel, therefore you were cruel. Now the times have changed, the energies have changed, people are kind, compassionate, honest and loyal, and that's how you're behaving. It's fine. So the story illustrates that people behave according to the times and the energies.